I've decided to pour this ant bed today with molten aluminum, and you may wonder why I picked this particular ant bed, and it's because I've had this cow bucket here upside down over a small ant bed for months, and this is what we have now. And if you can see these small tunnels, these holes, that's a good place to pour your molten aluminum, because it will go down into those tunnels, down into the ground, and hopefully make a really interesting, pretty sculpture. So this is full of ants, and I don't have a problem getting rid of them because they're everywhere and they hurt and they destroy your vegetation anywhere around. So anyway, let's see how it turns out. So the first thing I do is turn on my propane tank. It is connected to this furnace here, and I will light this up, and then I will put this inside with these bricks of aluminum that I've already melted down the cans and made these bricks. And so it will take about 30 minutes, sometimes longer, to melt all these down to liquid. And then we will pour it into the ant bed and see what happens. So usually when I pour an ant bed, I want to see some holes exposed for the aluminum to go in, and I will use a shovel or a spoon like this to kind of open up an area to help the aluminum go in, because there's nothing worse than pouring an ant bed and then the molten aluminum just roll down and not go inside the ant bed. So I'm going to scoop out a little bit of this to try to make a better opening, maybe right up here. I love being outside and walking around in nature and seeing pretty butterflies and all the pollinators that are flying around on our farm. And so while the aluminum is melting in the furnace, I just walk around and look for pretty mushrooms to take pictures of, or butterflies, or bumblebees, or honeybees, or whatever I can find. And my husband spread a whole field full of clover seed, and so we've got crimson clover growing everywhere. So there's never a dull moment just walking around. You can see all kinds of pretty insects and pollinators. You can see how that is going in the ground, in those tunnels. Oops, see, that one went down. That's not good. But this one will be something cool to look at. So now, as you can see, all the fire alarms are going off inside their house, and they're saying, we got to get out of here. Something's going on. But you can see smoke coming out of a bunch of different tunnels. So this will not destroy this hive, surprisingly, or this ant bed. It will still have ants in it when I come back later on to dig it up, but I've got to give it some time to cool off, and then I'll come back and dig it up and see what we have.